the final word as we just watched Selinsgrove drop to 1-6 as they lose to the Milton Black Panthers in overtime, 13-10. All the scoring and regulation came in the fourth quarter as both teams were able to get it on the board. Selinsgrove's Crotcher's 5-yard touchdown run to take it to 7-0. Milton comes back with an 8-play, 68-yard drive. They finished off with a score, 20-yard pass from Chapel to Schaefer, and they get on the board. That would go into extra quarter. Selinsgrove stopped. They could not put it in the end zone. They rely on Nate Walters' field goal from 26 yards. It's good. At that point, Selinsgrove feeling pretty good, leading 10-7 over the Milton Black Panthers. Their defense for Selinsgrove had a couple stops in overtime, and they took them back to a 3rd down and 11. But Donald English gets the handoff from Chapel, and he takes it in for the score. And that would be the difference as the Milton Black Panthers go on to beat Selinsgrove here on Eagle 107, eagle107.com. And they take the win, 13-10, to improve to 2-5. 2-game win streak for the Milton Black Panthers, and really puts any postseason opportunity for Selinsgrove really on the balance as they go into Jersey Shore next week.
And it's a story of when things just started to look pretty good for Selinsgrove, Milton answered back bigger. You know, Selinsgrove takes advantage of a muff punt snap, comes from 5 yards out, and they go in the end zone to take the first lead of the game, which the way the game was going, you thought it would be enough to win. Then you get to overtime. Selinsgrove gets a field goal up, beautiful kick by Nate Walter, clutch kick. And top it off, Selinsgrove's first 2 defensive plays there against Milton in overtime. Big stops. Milton's looking at 3rd and long, and sure enough, Milton puts another dagger to the heart of the Seals and gets in the end zone. Tough loss for the Seals, tough loss for the fans, and tough loss for the coaches. And the season's starting to look like it's coming to an end.
Well, and we knew going into the extra period, the concern about was who had the advantage going into the extra period. You're going to put the ball at the 10-yard line and expect the defense to come up with a stop. And we knew Milton had the advantage because they've been able to run the ball. They did get up and down the field. The defense for Selinsgrove came up big when it needed to in regulation, but unfortunately came down to having tried to stop Milton's Donald English, who had a big game on the night, and he was able to finish it off. And, you know, it's a deal right now as you talk to Coach Hess after the game, and it just gets to the point where it's tough to know where you're supposed to start and then look for improvements. And, you know, I'm thinking it's going to go wholesale changes. They're going to have to really throw everything in a hat and try to pick parts out that you think is going to be better. But that's going to be hard to do because right now it's about execution, not play calling in my mind. It's about execution. And Selinsgrove not able to execute when they need to. Milton did, made the plays when they needed to, and they finished off with the win. And congratulations to them. They go to 2-5, and now they take on North Penn up in Blossburg. So they're trying to answer Coach Goodwin's goal of winning the second half by winning 5 games in a row. Well, they got 2 of the 5 that they're looking for. So kudos to them and their effort here tonight.
Yeah, like you say, execution is the big thing. A couple of times there were some, openings there for a pass to be completed for Selinsgrove. It just seemed to be either high, behind, or in front of, and they just weren't able to come up with. Actually, I think the only completion on the night for a Selinsgrove quarterback was an interception. So, just a rough night for Selinsgrove offense again. Did see some running. There was gains running. No real big plays out of the offense tonight, but we did see some running. And but it's hard. It's hard to say where do you go now and try and get the win next week against Jersey Shore. It becomes a must win. I mean, it is. It's absolute must. You don't win, you're not going to see districts. And now a lot of things have to fall into place for Selinsgrove if they want to extend their season in the district playoffs, which would be first time in a long time they haven't been there. So things are kind of down right now, but you just hope that the players keep their spirits up, because they're seniors on this team, so you hope the underclassmen don't pack it in. You want them to get out there, be focused. I don't think they would, not with that coaching staff, but you got to play for your seniors right now and in hopes to keep their season extended.
I think a big concern for me as we wrap up the final word here and get ready for Eagle 107's coverage of Selinsgrove next week, Jersey Shore, is one of your most talented, as we see it, from the eye test, is talented players is Kratzer Gemberling, and from all accounts, I don't think he got a touch I don't think he touched the ball in a game that was 7-7 going in overtime. And talking about getting back to the drawing board, you wonder, he's had time away, he's been sick, been ill, that kind of thing. But how he cannot be targeted to get touches, he doesn't. But basically comes down to a big run in overtime, and Milton wins, and they go to 2-5. Selinsgrove 1-6. We'll do it again next week. You can catch me, Pat O'Brien, Ryan Brand, on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, starting at 6 o'clock. We'll talk to you then, and that wraps it up with the final word. We'll talk to you again next week.